We're live. What's up, guys? It's Raven Paris, and we're live at the DMV Power listening party. Shout out to Taj. We're here with Money Man.
What's poppin'?
How you feeling?
I feel great. I can't complain.
Good.
Okay, it's the girl Hip Hop Cleopatra, all the way from Baltimore. Okay.
DMV is in here. So, you know, DMV Power, we have a lot of it in the DMV area. We have a lot of influencers in the building. We have producers, bloggers, who am I missing?
DJs.
Artists.
Yes, DJs,
Videographers.
Shout out to DJ Say. Photographers.
I mean, we pretty much have all the powerful creators in the building. It's from the DMV. Everyone is in here. Santa Man, Blackbeard, what's up? DJ Say.
A lot of good positive energies in the building, but the reason why we're here is because of Money Man. So we are here on tour.
Yeah, you know, we on the Grow Guy tour. I'm at Power Nightclub tonight. We piping up. Dream Doll out there. You know, we finna go crazy.
Oh, I love her. I actually just interviewed her. I'm with DTLR as well in 92Q, so she's definitely a good vibe. But how have you been enjoying tour? Is this your first time in DC?
Nah, this is my second time. I was at Bliss last time.
Yeah.
I rock with the city. You know, ever since my first CD, the city been rocking with me, so
Yeah.
I'm rocking with the city.
Where has been your favorite experience so far, place?
Really everywhere, cause you know it's like-minded individuals everywhere.
Right.
So I vibe out everywhere.
That was a safe answer. That was good.
But you're originally from New York, right?
I was born in New York. I was raised in Atlanta, so you know, I was raised a lot of places. Just to be real, like I got family everywhere, so I get influenced by every city.
That's dope. So I was about to say, by you actually being from Atlanta, you've been able to see how the different industries work. So what has been the biggest thing that you've learned so far while you've been in the industry?
You know, I try and keep it independent. I got a distribution deal, but I try and keep it 100% independent. Like, my label don't get in my way or nothing like that. They just let me do whatever I feel like doing. But my whole thing is just to stay independent and do what I feel like doing. I don't really mess with the industry like that. I just mess with my people. Whoever messes with me,
I feel like
mess
a lot
with
of
them.
people don't.
I mean, cause you know, don't nobody feel like getting into all the politics and kissing ass and all this and that. So.
That's interesting that you say you keep it independent. What would you say was the biggest benefit, or kind of what helped you set the foundation to remain independent in this industry?
Right.
I release a lot of quality music. Like, I might drop a whole tape here in DC tonight, and it's gonna be going crazy. So I just make sure everything going crazy. Like, it sounds good. The females rocking with it. But going independent, you just gotta have a little startup money. Like, I had startup money, so I could stay independent. That's not the best route for everybody. Like, some folks don't have nothing, so they gotta go to somebody who got something so they can get something. Yeah, so I can't just say everybody gotta stay independent. That was just my path.
And you spoke about women. So who was your specific demographic that you actually like to target your music to? Is it certain?
It's both, cause you know what I do is it's a million people out here who think like me, whether they male or female. Right. So I just put my thoughts and whoever relate, that's who relate.
And women honestly bring sales.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, cause women mess with honesty and realness. So that's what I put on my music. So they gonna mess with it anyway. You get what I'm saying?
I dig it.
So you started in 2010, is correct? Like, kind of in the music industry.
Not in the industry. Like, I used to mess with Akon.
Okay.
And
Classic.
But you took a break.
I took a break because what I wanted to do, I wanted to run the bag up. So I was like, I ain't gonna have one foot in and one foot out. So
could you describe kind of what that process was like? Because for artists that are independent and they're taking a break and then they come back and jump back, because when you jump back hard. Yeah. And then you got something.
You have to.
Yeah, I'm the type, like, you know, practice make perfect, so I'm gonna go perfect my craft, you know what I'm saying? Like, if I take a break, I'm gonna be...
You're not fully taking a break.
Yeah, I'm still gonna be...
Yeah.
Well, you know, I ain't gonna lie, I wasn't doing nothing. I was just on some other shit, like, I was doing some other shit.
I got you.
Then when I came back, it was like I got a certain energy in me, like, just to do it, like, and everything was jamming, so...
But when that moment, by you feeling like, because we all had those moments where we feel like we gotta take that break. So it was like, what were those? How did you prepare yourself to get back into the game mentally? What were the steps that you were taking to get yourself back?
I just did it. Like mentally, I just did it because you know what? I had ran up a lot of money, so I was like, I don't need to rap.
Right.
Then I was like, you know what? Let me rap because that's my gift. So.
Now I have a question from a digital marketing standpoint because if you were with Akon in 2010 and before this blow up of social media and needing to have followers and all that kind of stuff, and then you jump back into the mix, how did you remain relevant and create that buzz and build that kind of cult following online? Yes, completely, absolutely.
Well, the thing is, I always been relevant, like amongst my people. I've been relevant. Like if I wasn't rapping, I was probably serving them loud or something. So they like.
Let's keep it real. Well, what's your favorite strain?
I like a couple because I've been on the Skittles, the wedding cake, the of course OG.
Yes, OG.
These names be tripping me out though. Because it's like, is your Skittles really the Skittles I'm getting to? Like, are these
No,
it's
different levels
you know?
because some folks be getting swag Skittles.
Yeah.
Swag.
It's a swag, like you know how the Chinese folks got like the cheaper version of everything.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Fake Gucci.
Yes.
That's how weed is.
Everything.
You know what? That is a good point. I never even thought of it like that.
Yeah, you get the fake.
Now in Atlanta, up here sometimes when you know it's the fake, they just say loud. We got loud. But in Atlanta, do y'all do that or y'all call it by the strain?
They call it by the strain. Some people don't care about strain. They just want gas. Just give me gas. Just give me price.
That's all I be hearing.
Gas.
Hold up, everything ain't priced.
But you know, everything ain't.
I'm like, wait, where that voice come from?
Shay got say that we in DC.
And then folks don't want to pay for it. Folks want the strongest stuff, but they don't want to pay.
Right.
They don't want to pay for it. So you know what people do? Well, I got this.
I feel like Cali has the best. Can we agree or no?
Or Vegas.
All of them.
Vegas be OD. That strand is on a whole nother level.
But everywhere, everybody growing got good stuff. It's just you just gotta know somebody when you hit the West Coast. Where to get your shit from.
So by you being an independent artist, right? You're pushing that really heavy. I want to know the foundation by you actually. Music is hard to create money from. Let's say that. Like music is hard to actually make money from. So how do you monetize your streaming in order to make sure you make out musically?
I make good products, so it's naturally gonna sell itself. Like you want something that's gonna sell itself. You ain't gotta do a bunch of talking with it. Like look at it, it's this, it's that, and you gotta really sell it. It should sell itself.
Absolutely.
Now, if you're not that talented, then you sell it. You get what I'm saying?
Facts.
It should be able to sell itself if that's what you do.
So you told Double XL that you really started to notice a difference in kind of where your music took off when you started to harmonize more and add melody more. What is your creative process like?
I always harmonize. I always harmonized in my music. That's what I told Double XL.
Yeah. Yeah, they said harmonizing from the when you started to kind of harmonize and add more melody into your raps is when you really started to see that take off, and that your influence was from a lot of the jazz and listening to Biggie and the Tupac back in the day. Now,
I listen to, you know what? I listen to everybody. Like, I don't discriminate. Every genre, everybody.
Yeah.
But I listen to Arabic music, Chinese music. It don't matter.
That's important.
As long as it's good music and it don't hurt my ears. But mostly, I just drop stuff. I drop a CD in 24 hours. I drop a CD in 6 hours. I drop a CD in 2 hours. You get what I'm saying?
Now that's important because you drop Grow God, and then about a month later you drop 6 hours.
Yep.
So did you make that in 6 hours?
Yeah, I made that in 6 hours.
All right, I get it. Makes sense.
I got a CD before the flight. I made that before I caught a flight to Arizona.
Talent right there.
Yeah, you know what? It's like, man, spirit be hitting me.
You know what? I think that's really what sets artists apart, really. When you have an artist such as yourself that can it comes so natural that you can produce the music in that way. Would you agree?
Oh, definitely, because like I said, it's like a spirit hit me and I go in there and I just let it all out. I can't just wake up one day talking about going to the studio to make music. It's like it hit me. And then I could just do 10 songs in a row. I really be hating when I stop because it's always before I'm about to go on the road that I can do 8 songs. And then I want to get as many songs out as I can while it's in me. You know what I'm saying?
I want to go into Grow God. That's a powerful title of a project. So can you take us to that creative mind state that you was in when you created that project, and what made you even want to title it that?
I was just reflecting back because I had probably like 5 years ago I did a grow in my closet. I just put a grow in there and you know it turned into some loud shit. So shit, I'm the grow guy now.
That's so funny. So reading something and there's so many different perceptions. Like okay, all right, now I'm in your head.
Yeah. I was thinking about the album artwork and I was like, yeah, well he must have grown something.
Yeah, you know, I just been messing with marijuana for a long time.
So what are you working on now?
I'm about to drop another CD. I ain't make a name for it.
Wow.
But I dropped about 6 songs before I just came out here. I did them in about 4 hours. I put some of the gang on them. I ain't named that one yet. Then tonight I might go in the studio and drop a whole nother CD.
Wow. So you going in the studio here?
Either here or somewhere.
Who are you working with?
Shit. I just be working with myself.
Okay.
And the folks around me.
So, are you familiar with any artists or producers here in the DMV?
You know, I mess with Glizzy.
Okay.
Glizzy the homie.
Shout out to Glitch. Shout out to DJ Flo, my co-host. DJ, have you met him yet? Y'all
Nah, I ain't met him yet.
Okay, that's his official DJ. This is lit. DC is definitely lit. Shout out to an ambassador just dropped off some Bel Air rose bottles.
Yes.
Rosé.
We'll be popping in here. So you bang with Glizzy, DC. Anybody from Baltimore?
Baltimore, nah, but you know what? I need to link in.
You just gotta get familiar.
Yeah, I need to link in.
There's nothing wrong with that.
Yeah.
Because Baltimore is a smaller market, you know. They always used to say that when you come down here, they hit the DMV, and it's like they couple the DMV versus like when you hit Atlanta. Hit Atlanta or hit New York. It's a bigger market. So the DMV is coming up though.
We got you.
Yeah, I need to link in because I know some folks out there. They just not rappers. So.
Right. Now, what producers do you like working with?
Traumatone. Traumatone be going crazy on my beats. But you know, I work with any producer though. If I hear a hot beat, I'm working with it.
Okay.
I'm open.
Okay. Now, is there something that I want to talk about 6 hours and kind of where was the vibe for 6 hours when you were creating that?
I was fasting. I was fasting.
That takes so much obedience.
Yeah, it do.
You.
Yeah.
But once you do it once, it get easier and easier.
Yeah.
But I was fasting, and then for some reason it just hit me, and I went and did it.
Wow. Do you feel at all with the climate of the industry and how fast things move now? Do you feel that the pressure to continue to make music and drop music, or is that really just naturally?
No, I'm ahead of my time. Like shit, I do stuff before everybody catch on. So. Yeah. I don't feel that way. When I get burnt down, I'm gonna hang it up. You get what I'm saying? I'm gonna run as much money up as I can while I'm ahead. The thing is to stay ahead. You gotta stay ahead. You can't be with the wave.
So you gotta
be ahead of the wave.
Yeah, say that again. You cannot be with the wave. You gotta be ahead of it.
Yeah, so I stay ahead. And then you know, like I might have a flow. I might hear 10 rappers who copy Black Circle 2 flow.
Yeah. And
then they just got 24 hours flow. I'm 4 mixtapes later. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
A lot of my tapes don't do numbers till later because they be ahead of their time.
And you had the Black Circle series, Black Circle 2.
Yep.
And your label is Black Circle. What is Black Circle?
What is it?
Oh, I don't really get into all of what the Black Circle is. Cause that's just it is what it is. Like we don't really be trying to advertise all that. It's just Black Circle. Like if you Black Circle and you mess with it, shit, like we mess with you. So that's how we keep that.
A secret society.
So before we tap into your music, I had to ask this question for the people, for the culture. So we hear everything going on with Birdman and how he conducted Cash Money. What made you want to be affiliated regarding him and still want to do business?
I mean, Bird was just getting over on who he could get over on. I'm just keeping it real. That's what anybody do. If they feel like they can get over on you, they're gonna get over on you. So I don't know why people act like it's such a surprise that he played something like that. That's the music industry. But I didn't let him get over. Like Bird, shit, I can buy myself out my deal. I might go do that tomorrow. So.
Right.
For someone because there's a misconception that everyone wants to aim to to still kind of be signed, but they'll realize how powerful it is to remain independent right now, especially with the internet. How would you tell another artist that they could set themselves up for that? How did you do that?
All right, you got two ways to go about it. Like, if you're not a hustler, then you don't need to be independent, because independent means you're not dependent on nothing.
Right.
Some people need to be dependent. Some people dependent on their job. Some people dependent on their parents. You get what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
So if you just like to sit and make music and don't want to deal with the business, go sign to a label. If you multitask and you can keep your hands on everything, be independent. You don't need anybody else. Everybody's not the same, so I wouldn't tell every artist to be independent. The internet make it a little easier, of course, but you still got to manage all them revenue streams. Yeah.
That's a really good point. I really love the way that you broke that down.
Yeah, so it's kind of like, everybody want to be independent and want to be bossed up, but that's not for everybody. So.
That's like school. School ain't for everybody. It's different strokes for different folks. So now let's get into your music. We actually want you to break down some of your favorite tracks, if we can.
The latest music I make be my favorite. Like, really my two favorite mixtapes are 24 Hours and 6 Hours. They just got a vibe to me. So they're my two favorite mixtapes.
What's the single that you really would like to hear in the club, that you really would like to hear on the radio?
It's too many to pick one, because every city I go to, it's a different CD or a different different song type. But you know how I feel is everywhere. It's universal, and Boss Up is universal. Them the two that.
How would you say that you have grown musically from How It Feels into what you put into 6 Hours?
I've grown, because each tape I try and get better and better. I just like to switch it up. I don't want to keep it the same. I want to switch it up. I still want to be on the same subject matter. And I'm giving away the blueprint out here, so whoever want to follow.
But they can't do it like you in reality, right?
Everybody can. I said everything ain't for everybody, but I'm still giving out the blueprint.
I'm gonna throw out the gems, whatever one you catch, that's on you.
Exactly.
Well, what song are you gonna drop here in the DMV Power area we got going on right now? What vibe you trying to be on?
Oh, that's on Say Say, man. Do what he wants.
DJ Say Say, how you feeling?
Mike.
We good.
We good.
Mesdames et messieurs, vous écoutez une production